Back in the day when Maharajas ruled, they had special transport, elephants, and they were comfortable, large, could go anywhere. The Maybach GLS is something like that. Extremely plush and comfortable on the inside, designed to give you overt luxury. Mercedes even say this one can dance. Bounce mode or recovery function uses the air suspension to vary pressure on tires, so improving grip. It does this by increasing and reducing the pressure on the tires, which in turn increases the amount of grip available. Seeing the Maybach bounce like a lowrider, however, is so much fun, owners will mainly use it as a party trick. And then there's the other thing, guaranteed to blow people's minds, the rear seat experience. Now if you're thinking the Maybach is as comfortable in the back as a first-class cabin, well, you're wrong. It's even more comfortable. And it's the little things, stuff like this thick pile carpet below, the fact that you have two different types of cup holders, there's 4 in total. These can be cooled or heated. There are 2 champagne glass holders. You have wireless charging for your phone, a tablet which you can remove, a couple of optional screens with a web browser. If I need to work, there's a table here you can pull out. It takes a bit, but it's nice and solid, and yes, working here would be pretty easy. And you can also option a fridge, one that can fit a full-size champagne bottle, and wouldn't that be neat? You also get champagne glass holders and of course Maybach logos all over. But the best trick of this seat, of course, is when you take it all the way back. It reclines to 43.5 degrees, and since I can extend a footrest, kicking off my shoes and stretching out comes naturally. The GLS is a bit narrower than an S-Class, but what you can do is turn the rear of the cabin into a mini spa. Several things pool in to deliver the effect. The cabin lights are dimmed, ambient lighting sets the mood, and you can even choose your favorite spa music, played via the 27-speaker 1590 watt Burmester system, all while the seat delivers a relaxing hot massage. The Maybach 600 would even perfume the air for you. You can even do an energizing workout should you wish. The massage seats provide resistance against which you have to push back. Also pretty mind-blowing is the cost of the options. Apart from the 2.43 crore starting price, the first-class rear compartment upgrade costs rupees 7.99 lakh, roughly the price of a small Hyundai. And not everything you see in the back is included. The fridge, for example, costs 2.35 lakh. The folding tables, 3.84 lakh. The 3D Burmester sound system, 8.7 lakh. The rear entertainment pack, rupees 5.10 lakh. And the craziest of all, the champagne flute holders, 1.71 lakh. And you don't even get a pair of glasses, just the holder. The dash clearly is very similar to a GLS, but what you also get is plenty of pinstripe wood paneling, luscious Napa leather on the seats, and even faux leather on the roof lining. The Maybach even helps you step out by automatically extending a footboard. While the Maybach does look like a GLS, it's not too different to identify it as one. First up, the nose. There's so much extra chrome here, you can't look at it in bright sunlight without welder's glasses. So this is a GLS, but you do get special treatment from Maybach. First of all, you have this star placed up here. The first time on a modern SUV. There's a lot of lush chrome here. This looks really fantastic. It reminds you of the cars of old, the grille on the old cars, the Maybachs, the Mercedeses. Attractive lights. We get 22-inch wheels. That's the standard wheel. The 23 is the optional wheel, but I think we should stick to this for our conditions and our roads. Absolutely delightful drop in paint from metallic maroon to black here with this pinstripe running right across. Of course, with the GLS, it's the length of the car that's so important. And just to accentuate the luxury element, you have this thick band of chrome, just the B-pillar, and then it runs all the way back with the Maybach badge at the rear. But it isn't just the cabin Maybach has transformed. The ride and drive experience too is also almost limo-like. This clearly is no off-roader. Under the hood is a hybrid V8 derived from an AMG unit. But here, it's practicing yoga rather than pumping iron. And then there's the S-Class spec suspension that gets 3-chamber air springs and active suspension to make the GLS Maybach float like a hovercraft. So what's it like on the move? Let's get to the most comfortable mode first. Now the Maybach is a comfort-oriented car and it has its own mode. You can switch to Maybach mode here and the ride softens up. The throttle responses are slightly dulled and smoother, and in general the car just glides forward. It's as if the road underneath suddenly is perfect. Of course, it gets a lot of help from the seriously high-tech suspension. Now this car can read the road ahead and soften the S-springs when it sees a speed breaker like that. Can you believe that was a set of speed breakers? The Maybach can just glide over it. Let's see that again. There are, however, times when you come across a hard, sharp edge where the Maybach does thud and sort of feel a bit unsettled. Even the dampers adjust themselves before you come to a bump. Incredibly, on poor road surfaces, the system is able to even generate electricity from the up and down movement of the wheels. And the other thing you notice immediately is that the world seems to be cut off. You just can't hear anything. It's like there's earmuffs on your ear. A lot of that has got to do with the double glazing and the massive levels of acoustic dampening that Mercedes has put in this Maybach 600. It's just so silent. Creamy, smooth, and pushing out a near combined 1000 Nm of torque, the AMG derived twin-turbo hybrid V8 is another standout factor. Put your foot on the throttle and it always seems to deliver more torque than you asked for. And that just makes it feel effortless in how it delivers power. It's not so much the hard acceleration that impresses, but it's the effortlessness and the torque with which the Maybach pulls forward, which really does suit its character. And there's a solid, consistent shove in the back, which feels just great. Despite weighing in at 2.7 tons, the Maybach GLS is also quick. 0 to 100 takes just 5.04 seconds, with 200 coming up in 18.12 seconds. It's also very agreeable to drive. The light and oily smooth steering helps guide the supertanker with minimum fuss. And since the fast-acting air suspension ensures body roll remains in check, the stable platform even ducks in and out of corners pretty nicely. Then there's Curve. Now what the Maybach has is a mode called Curve, and select it and it keeps passengers more comfortable. It prevents the car from rolling too much and actually actively rolls into the corner. And it's pretty good. You sort of can feel the system straightening the car, and that's pretty impressive. In off-road mode, the air suspension even allows you to raise and lower individual wheels manually, which can be pretty entertaining. The Maybach GLS 600 has a starting price of 2.43 crore. But this is before you spec it up. Do that and you can easily add another crore to the price. While this is undoubtedly a humongous pile of cash, the GLS 600 is still more easily accessible than rivals like the Bentley Bentayga and the Rolls-Royce Cullinan, prices for which start at around 4 and 7 crore respectively. Yes, unlike its rivals, it doesn't quite have its own identity, and it still is based on the GLS. But what the Maybach offers is an experience not too far removed from these much more expensive rivals. Looking for an alternative to a Maybach S-Class limo? This super luxury SUV could be one of them. Perfect. Chalo, ready. Wilhelm Maybach was slowly. Don't run away fast. Go aram se. I'm also walking aram se. Stopping at mirror. Okay.
I'm taking massage, bro. Never get a chance. Yes,
Don't look now. Anand's getting a massage in the back. Thank you. 2 minutes. Thank you so much.